Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Oh, there's a bee. Welcome, friends. Welcome to my corner of my yard where we are surrounded by my mini garden, lots of clovers that I planted last year, and my junk on the side. Oh, and as I walk through my man-made path to grab my phone, so this is my mini garden. And then the rest of the yard is covered in clovers, which obviously I planted myself because I was trying to go for something low maintenance. And then they grew and grew and grew. And now I have to figure out, what am I going to do? Am I going to leave my backyard covered in clovers and junk and junk? Or do I figure out how to fix it? So today we're going to look at my plants. And here in this bucket by itself is mint. And then trapped in a cage that I have to take out actually. Right here we've got tomatoes. We've got cucumbers, which are latching on to my tomato trellis, which is not great and needs to be corrected. We've got peppers. We've got green onion. That's what those long ones are, green onions. Spiders, if you can kind of see the tiny spiders all throughout the trellis. What a wonderful thing that is. This is squash and then basil. So you might be wondering why there's a cup there and actually a cup right there on the other side if you can see it. I was trying to do, it's called the Orla watering system, where you put a pot or a cup into the ground, and since it's into the ground, it'll water beneath the roots versus watering on top of it. And between the weather and like a very angry squirrel, they kind of came out of the ground and were knocked over. And so, yeah, that need to be fixed. That needs to be corrected. What we're going to work on today actually is moving all of the, and I call it junk, it's not really junk. We're going to move all of the unnecessary things out of this space, as well as cleaning up, and I need my gloves, cleaning up the garden. So I have tried to do gardening before. When we lived in our apartment, I did cucumbers, which grew very well. I like those, and I eat cucumbers. I did tomatoes, but the aphids ate the tomatoes. Well, they ate the leaves of the tomatoes, which totally counts as eating the tomatoes because once there was too many, it was gone. It was over. And so now I have a mini fear of aphids killing my tomatoes, and so it's got to be fixed. I did radishes, which I don't actually like radishes. So it was weird that I did radishes, but I did radishes and then I didn't eat any of them because I was just like, ew, radishes. So this time, oh, and a friend gave me this book, which is amazing. It's called The Square Foot Gardening. And so that's what this 3x3 box setup is supposed to be. Because I only have so much light in my backyard. Based on skimming that book, I didn't say I read it, cover to cover, but between that book, what I've done on Google, I get the most light literally just in kind of this L-shaped patch right here. And so this is where my mini garden's going. Mint by itself because it'll eat everything itself. And I've got a coworker actually who's gonna give me some oregano. So I've got a second bucket all over there that I need to put dirt in as well so that I can trade her some mint for some oregano. and we're going to get that together. I'm trying to remember what I did with my broomstick, so I can move the spiders, because as great as they are for gardening and for flies, I don't want them to touch me. I don't want them to touch me. So we're gonna just gently take it down and put them on the ground. And of course they're gonna just web up again, but just while I'm here doing this, I don't want to touch them. It's a thing. And I don't want the thing on me. And yes, I know. You're outside. Outside's gonna get on you. Not if I can help it. Outside can outside, just not on me outside. If that makes any sense. Any sense at all. I just don't want. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. But okay. So if anyone else is doing gardening in their pots or gardening in the only spot in your yard that gets sun, tell me about it. This will be my first time not doing gardening, but doing gardening in, I guess, what would be a sufficient amount of space for what I was trying to grow. The book recommends peat moss, and so I did a mixture of peat moss, black cow. It was 2 bags of peat moss, 2 bags of black cow, and about 2 bags of organic soil is what I did, and that filled up the 3x3. Well, it's actually a little less than 3x3. I didn't measure it properly. It's almost 3x3. It's maybe like a few inches off on each corner. And I did it approximately 8 inches deep. That's what I was going for. I measured the shovel that I was using, and then from there, that's why I went, okay, that's 8 inches. So it's approximately 8 inches deep, and then it's approximately 3 feet by 3 feet, 3 feet long, 3 feet wide. And that is what all of the dirt and stuff that I brought was able to do. And actually, if I do a close-up, it'll probably not look full at all. A coworker of mine actually suggested that I go ahead and do about 6 feet. He says that the squash is going to grow really big on its own. So the squash will already grow about 2 to 3 feet wide. Oh, it's so sunny and windy out here. I love it. So the squash by itself will grow about 2 to 3 feet wide, and then the cucumbers are going to essentially surround everything, which is why actually we're going to work on this trellis. It's not really a trellis. So what I bought was a wedding arch, and I mean, it's an arch. Cucumbers can go around everything, so it's fine. Uh-oh. And so we are going to get the cucumbers to wrap around, hopefully, the wedding trellis. So originally I was going with this white one here, but I couldn't get it to do it outside of this box. Maybe it would have worked if I didn't have the box here, and I'm going to move it too. So we're going to see ooh, 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 how that's going to work out. Oh, and there's bees. There's bees everywhere. I feel like I have a nest or something around here. Because they definitely are coming from somewhere. And I know you're not supposed to run from bees and from wasps, but it's just like, ooh, ooh. Oh, move, cucumbers, move. Okay. And from doing that, I kind of knocked tomatoes around. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And I'm also moving this very large box because I was told I needed to cut down the bottom, the edge of the tomato plants, and anything that could potentially start sucking the life out of, and now I'm sitting right in front of the camera, sucking the life out of the plants from the bottom, because they do that. And now that I'm moving things, here come all the bugs and here come all the worms. Again, I don't mind outside. I just don't want outside on me. The basil's coming up really nicely though. And now there's water all in the gloves. It feels so unsanitary. Let's just move that. Yep. Move that random to another random spot. Great. And you can't see it too well, but the bugs are moving and grooving all over the dirt. My heebie-jeebies has been activated. Okay. Let's get this trellis started. And I guess so you don't see my back and my butt the whole time. I guess you can watch me struggle from a different view. I'm not too worried about the screws being super tight, mainly because these are gonna be for cucumbers. Cucumbers. And the mosquitoes already got me. Now I'm gonna be covered in dirt and bug bites. Oh, there it goes. Trying to get it on as much as possible. Okay. So, B's on the bottom, C's on top. Arm, E, not bad legs. So, right there. How many of these go up until these are bottoms? One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be tall. So this trellis is supposed to be about 7 feet. See if I can get it 7 feet. Because I'm an adorable 5'5". Sometimes things don't reach the way they could. Okay. Okay. We're gonna prop you for a second. And we're gonna switch actually to the other side. That way, I have no choice but to stop when I get too high. I'm glad that I went ahead, started on the other side. You can't really see it, but I'm running out of legs, side legs for these ones. Just the middle piece. We'll come back. This is kind of bent. Kind of very bent.
have is done. This one's just the fat one.
I wonder if I could break this with a hammer.
This is what we should do with a hammer.
I've come back with a little hammer. So I had the most genius idea that I don't actually need all of the height. It's going to bother me that both sides aren't even. I could always just take it down a ring. That way, both sides will be even. And I won't scream.
that was the intention.
Ah, it's in my face. Okay, they're touching. Actually, let's move it so I can get it. Oh my God, talk about soft soil. Oh, you didn't see me almost bust my butt, and that's okay. You can watch the end half of this though. No. Now, you watch me attempt to get this trellis in the spot that I wanted in.
How big?
All right, part one.